Um, First, thank you for the donut. Appreciate it. And what was your name? What is it? Jordan. Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me. And so today is day 86 of 250. I'm almost at 1,700 miles out of 5,500. I know it sounds crazy that I'm running through winter, and you're probably wondering why I'm coming through this section of the country in January. So before this run started, I had 36 states done with 14 left to go. If I would have planned this out years ago, I maybe would have done more states, so I wouldn't be in this situation. But I want to end on July 4th. That's the whole platform. That's the whole reason I'm doing one last, I call it a farewell run. Just want to end on July 4th, our 250th birthday. That's really important to all of us. So I think that's the one thing that I'd like you all to know is that we're all Americans, and that's something we all get to celebrate together no matter where you're at. So that's what I'm asking people is, what does the American flag mean to you? And maybe thoughts about America. And so that's what leads me to doing this last run. But first I had to do Kansas, 36, North and South Carolina, 37, 38. Started at, so I did October, November. Started in Lubec, Maine, the easternmost city in the United States. Very cold, it was pretty icy, but it was 16 degrees. And now here I am, that was December 6th, so Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. Now I'm in the great state of New York. And this run has really just spread like wildfire. It's just gotten, ever since I left Troy. The message is pretty simple. It's about the American flag. I am not a veteran, nor I am a police officer. I know people say Forrest Gump. I guess you could say that. But I'm an ultra runner. I like to do big runs like this when I can. There's always a social cause combined with it. The first 3 runs were for millions of people with rare diseases, trying to find cures and treatments for 35 million Americans. And those diseases cover everybody. I mean, they're military families who have rare diseases. So early on, I was already exposed to the American people and trying to do something good. So the whole story's on the website, but I also did a run for veterans 2 years ago, and that was to really document the remaining World War II veterans. If there's any here, please let me know, because they're all about the age of 100, the greatest generation. And if you ever get a chance to meet one of them, you'll see why. They're just a different breed. Great guys, and at one time they saved our nation, put their lives on the line. So when all is said and done, I wanted to do one last run to do all 50 states, end on July 4th. And so that's how I came up with the route. In May, I'll finish the lower 48, the continental United States, all 48 in May at the Pacific Ocean. That leaves me 2 states left. 1,000 miles across Alaska from Prudhoe Bay at the Arctic Ocean down to Anchorage. It'll be 20 hours of daylight, the opposite of what we have here. It'll be summertime over there, about 60 degrees. I'm already in contact with quite a few people. There's moose, there's bears, it's a different environment. I'm looking forward to it. I have to get a Starlink or satellite phone or something to update everybody. So that leaves about a few days to run around possibly a few islands. And in Hawaii, the Marine Corps will fold the flag here at the very end and honorably retire the flag. The flag was flown. Turn my GoPro off. The flag was flown by the United States Air Force in October of 2025 on a KC-46 Pegasus by the 70th Air Refueling Squadron. So it's not just an ordinary flag. So they gave it to me right when I started Maine, and I'm going to take it all the way to the end. So if there's any veterans, thank you for your service, but it's bigger than that. It's thank you for just years of commitment and being away from your families and doing everything. There's just no words I can say. I met a lot of veterans, but you'll see a lot of my videos are veterans and police officers and everything. We have a veteran here, Sergeant. Good to see you. Thanks, and all the other veterans in the crowd. But it's also this is a tribute to the American people. This is to yourself. I know I can't interview everybody, but the American flag belongs to all of you, and all of us get to kind of write our own chapter in American history. You get your own slice of the American pie. And my message is one of unity. We all see what's happening today. We have a shared history, right? America has come a long way. It's a country we're saving. It's a country we're fighting for. And I would encourage people to just do their part. And a big part of it I was thinking about during the police escort was, a lot of times we're looking at the international news, the national news, but the one thing you do have an impact is your community. and that's what I think the police officers would agree with me. There's a lot of things you can do in your community, and it's okay if we disagree. That's who we are as Americans. We can, go for different sports teams or vote however you want to vote. But you know what? The one thing is the Stars and Stripes still belongs to you. That flag represents our rights and freedoms as Americans, and it protects all of us. So I just wanted to kind of give you my version of the story. I'm feeling pretty good physically. I've lost 2 toenails this week with all the police escorts. Kind of happens. And but overall, I'm feeling pretty good. When all is said and done, I'll be the 3rd person to cross all 50 states on foot. So I'm really glad that God's given me a platform to do this. And I know it's larger than life and it seems crazy, but if you look at my message, it's actually pretty simple. I go from point A to point B every day, hotel to hotel. Try to reach out, of course, to law enforcement, let them know I'm in the area. Reach out to sometimes public officials. This isn't a fundraiser for certain causes. A lot of people run for breast cancer or a lot of just different law enforcement funds and a lot of different things, and I think they do a great job. This is what we call a tribute. So it's very organic. What you see is what's happening. I just want to thank the New Yorkers for the outpouring of love and support. It's gone viral. It's gone contagious. I was not expecting something like this. However, I am prepared with all my runs. So I'm very humbled. I'm very grateful. I want to thank our journalists as well. Been meet with a lot of them, but I think that's all I'm trying to say is that it's just a message of unity. Really appreciate it. Inspiration goes both ways. So you're looking at me, but I'm looking back at you. And all of you are special. And I think that's it. I am just, I'm glad I'm here. I'm no different than a lot of other Americans. I have 3 grandparents who came from different countries about 100 years ago. And I'm just grateful I'm born into America. And just trying to do my part. I think that's all I would encourage people is just to do what you can. Just do your part. And we're all in it together. Shared history, and we all get to celebrate the 250th together. So that's it. Thank you guys very much.